let's get into the Weekly Watch Report, where we talk about the things we watched this week. Weekly Watch Report on Monday, Weekly Watch Report on Monday, Weekly Watch Report on Monday, Weekly Watch Report on Monday. So here are the things that I watched this week. Caught up on the studio. I love this show.
So good.
I really do. I'm all caught up. I'm up to date. And
I love the last episode.
This last
too.
episode was so
So funny. Zoe Kravitz eating the chocolate.
No, it was so good.
Dave Franco is hilarious.
Oh my God.
So
and
funny.
It was top notch. I give it all 3 episodes an A. I just love anything having to do behind the scenes, movie making. Like, I just love it. Like, well, it reminds me of Entourage.
Yeah.
It's just like, I love it. So I give it an A.
You know what I also love? Catherine Hahn is so fucking
she's so funny.
on the show.
The Golden Globes episode, I was crying laughing with the Sal Sapper scene, and I just wanted to, that's me. I honestly was dying. And I got to be honest, you mentioned how you were getting annoyed by Seth Rogen's character more.
Yeah.
I'm actually getting less annoyed by his character because I've now...
It's gone up and down.
No, because in the beginning I was like, oh my God, he's so annoying. But now that I've learned that, like, okay, this is just his character. I'm...
The Golden Globes episode was just the one where I was like, oh my God.
You cringe.
It was so,
You cringe. And,
the Kool-Aid cast
part of it.
episode also so funny.
I mean, the episode was top notch. It was so funny. But I give it an A all around. I love it. I wish I had more episodes to watch. I'm going to be upset when it ends.
Wait,
but
what's his Adam Scott like did a full Instagram post. Like,
oh no, I didn't see that.
Like Sal Saperstein.
Oh no, I did. That's very funny though. No, that episode, all of them were top notch, and I just fucking love Zoe Kravitz. So
Zoe Kravitz,
amazing.
Him just nonstop going, it's an old school Hollywood
and she's
buffet.
like, right. Like the amount of times I'm going to use that, it's an old school Hollywood buffet.
Old school Hollywood buffet.
He's like, I told you it was not an old school Hollywood buffet.
And he like came back into the hotel room and she's like, oh, like I've missed you for hours. He's like, it's been like 1 minute.
It's been 30 seconds.
So good. So good. Your Friends and Neighbors?
I just caught up to
I'm on episode 6 now, I think. I have a couple that we watched 2 last night, so I'm still behind. I'll give that a B minus.
6, 7.
I think there's 8.
There's 7 out.
Oh, 7.
No, I think there's 8.
8 is this week.
Oh, okay. So we're I think we watched 6. I'll give it a B minus. I think it's a good, solid watch.
Yeah, it's solid.
Solid watch.
It's
some classic John Hamm.
Yeah, just
I haven't watched it yet.
You know what? God, I'll say it. Okay, there's like a scene. I'm probably gonna want to cut this. There's a scene where he's having sex, whatever, and she's like, "Your dick is so big," and I just immediately started thinking back to those John. Remember when it was like John Hamm?
John Hamm does have a big dick.
Yeah, like it was like a thing. Like John.
No, I think it's
John Hamm.
I think it's known.
Right.
People see.
I brought this up.
People see the.
I brought this up recently.
People see the bulge.
I brought this up recently to you guys privately off the show because I was telling Matt about it, and I was like, "Have you
heard of this?"
I was like, "Have you ever heard of John Hamm having a big dick?" Well, yes, no.
I don't know why I'm acting like you're shocked. I've heard it.
You have. So
100%.
I brought it up to Matt because I was like, "You don't know about John Hamm?
Yeah.
You haven't heard about John Hamm's dick?" And he was like, "No, I haven't."
Oh my God, the gray pants.
Yes. Yeah. And then I brought it up in like our group chat, and Kelly was like, duh."
I mean, and am I surprised? No, but I didn't know.
Noah was like, I didn't know about this thing. No, but it was in like 2017. It was like a thing. Like John Hamm was being talked about a lot.
Yes.
So sicko over here in my head when she was like, "Oh my God, your dick is so big," I was like, John Hamm, here we are again.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Probably put that line in himself.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, is this a Easter egg? Because of the talk? Because I think maybe he made a joke about it once.
Yeah.
Because it really did become a thing because of those
pictures.
Went
viral because of the pictures.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So I'm no pervert. It was a thing.
No.
Thank you. Paul American.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't caught up. I'm not caught up.
Oh, were we going to talk about Logan Paul's TikTok?
Oh, shit.
So Logan Paul.
He got us. He got us real good.
He sniped us. Logan Paul sniped us. He sniped Claudia, girl no job. He sniped Grace. A couple other people.
Yeah.
Talking about Paul American. And he made a TikTok compilation. And it starts off with Fran.
That was Logan Paul?
It was Logan Paul's TikTok.
I saw you send
Logan Paul, I'm sure didn't make it himself.
Logan Paul posted that TikTok.
It was posted on Logan Paul's TikTok.
Sent that, and I just I was like, oh yeah, it's like a fan compilation.
No. Logan Paul's TikTok.
Literally, Rhea's like, I cried. I'll admit it.
He was like, I'm embarrassed to say I even cried. I'm like, are you fucking seriously? We got
It's
sniped.
me opening the video.
Opening on Fran. And then I'm like, I cried. We got sniped by the Pauls. They know how the internet works.
And you know what?
Good
Kudos.
marketing.
Once again, the machine. We're watching how the machine works, and this is how they do their job. And
Oh my God, that's crazy.
We got pulled into the machine.
We did.
We got pulled into the machine, and whose fault is that?
Can I say
our
it looks
own?
like you are wearing an arm cast right now?
Oh, does it? I know, I was sitting weird.
Okay, Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
I mean, wow, it looked like you broke your arm. Paul American. Why am I blanking on which episode that was this week?
It would have
when we
been
watched
7 or 8, I think.
It was the episode.
This was.
I
It
haven't
was
watched
8.
yet.
It was the
This
one
past week was 8.
with the one where
Post-birth, so.
yeah, where Logan's like, my baby's first flight is on a private jet to go see her uncle fight Mike Tyson. It was that one, I think.
I haven't watched in. Like,
I haven't
a month.
watched, so I don't know. I can't
okay.
tell. I am
Oh my God.
behind.
You guys are behind on Paul American?
I gave up on.
Sadly, I've only
gave up
I
on
watched
Paul
episode
American?
7.
Not gave up. I just like it just isn't in my rotation anymore. I don't know what happened. I just.
Well, you
Damn.
ain't making the TikTok cut.
Seriously.
um,
You're not being used as free promotion.
I'll get right. We were used. We deserve to get paid for that.
Yeah, well,
It would be funny if you like.
we
tuned
willingly
in for
gave it out there,
We
you
did.
know?
Any of the like any more of the recaps because all the other stuff is just like Logan Paul's an asshole. Fuck.
Right. I mean, I'm sure they've heard some of that too.
Yeah.
But you're not going to use that in it. I'll give it a B.
Yeah.
You know,
High praise.
not real. I mean, B is like it's it's good.
Yeah, on the reality TV scale.
What do you think it has on Rotten Tomatoes?
I don't know, a 99. I'm kidding.
I mean, Grace made a good point. Like, it is, like, it's very well made.
Mm-hmm.
43.
Production-wise.
43.
Yeah,
Not
well,
surprising.
Yeah, reality. Sometimes.
yeah, I can't imagine, like, does reality TV ever get a super high?
Yeah, I'll give it a B. Summer House.
Yeah. Big breakup.
I'll give this a B minus.
Mm.
I don't know. I'm kind of just like sick of this storyline, and it might be because
Every episode I keep thinking it's the finale because I'm
Same.
like, when, like, it's
I'm
like,
excited for the finale because
Yeah.
we need some other things to talk about
Yeah.
besides Jesse and Lexi, and I also think it's because Jexy. Wow, what could have
damn,
been?
Jaxie's a good one.
What could have been with Jesse and Lexi? The press run that they're both on has made it even
It's
more.
not helped.
No, it has not helped.
Especially on Jesse's side.
Especially on Jesse's part. It's like he
Have
really.
you seen the clips of him on Tinx's podcast?
Yes, it's awful.
I've just been seeing clips, and my
bad.
God, I mean, granted they're like fan clips,
Yeah.
but like, so I'm sure they're trying to like, they're putting out the worst moments on purpose,
Mm-hmm.
but the chemistry between the two of them was weird. I thought.
I'm not sure I picked up on that because I didn't
Oh,
watch enough to like
Yeah.
pick up on some chemistry. Chemistry in a good way or bad way?
No, kind of bad. I don't know. It just felt like, I don't know, a little awkward. But there was one going viral about him talking about it getting a cat during COVID, and then he rehomed the cat.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, you're gonna get crushed for that
I
one,
know.
pal. You're gonna She was like, you rehomed the cat.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, he's off with like with other cats and like a family, and like it's better off. I'm like, well, I'm sure, but you know,
I know.
you made a very, you know, you were it was COVID. It's not like you were 16.
Right,
like-
I know.
He's also talking about the next person he wants to date. He's dreaming big, so good for him. But he was like, you know, maybe a musician, actress, somebody in the entertainment field. He needs somebody that's like career driven.
The way that he
But
was
it's just sometimes the way he words.
the way
things.
that he was wording it, being like, you know, the girls in the past that I've dated, like it's fine, like whatever, but like I'm
Yeah.
looking for somebody who's like, you know, career about their
Yeah.
career. So like maybe like basically he was just saying he just wants to date somebody who's in the public eye. Like he was
Right.
like, it was like, okay, I feel like he could have worded it in a way where he was like, it would be nice to date somebody who like, you know, could understand the lifestyle I live,
Yeah.
or something like that would probably be better than the way he worded it, in which he kind of made it seem like girls who have
Yeah.
other jobs that are not actors.
Yeah,
or
it just hasn't been
musicians
good.
don't-
It
yeah.
wasn't good on Watch What Happens Live either. I feel like we just had this. Like, I feel like Andy.
I saw that clip. I was like, it's the
I
exact
feel like
same thing
Andy
you did.
relived the same moment we had with him on the podcast of like, you were jealous of West and Lexi. He's like, no, I was excited. And we're like, no, you weren't. And
I know.
Andy was like, did you watch it? Like,
I know, but it's like, they're more like Wes was sitting there more in a position to be like, no, Jesse, that's not what happened.
Yeah.
Which I was like, we weren't in a position to be like, that's not what happened because we weren't there.
Yeah, no, of course.
So I don't know.
But no,
sometimes I'm happy people aren't like PR media trained.
Yeah.
And then other times I'm like, man, they could use a little.
I know, right? I know. And I will say, I don't know, like Lexi's whole breakup with him on the show, fine, fair. Like fair breakup. Like you guys should break up. But it did feel like you're like really coming for him as like a liar and all these different things. And I'm like, I just don't know if it was that serious. It's just like, it's like very strong personal commentary on someone you've known for like 4 weeks. So the whole thing really blew up so much. I think Jesse's not been handling it well.
No.
At all.
No.
And Lexi totally can feel the way that she wants to feel. I don't really think, at least from a viewer perspective, I don't really think that Jesse is the reason why Lexi like didn't end up close with the other girls. I think Lexi is denying on camera a lot of like the commentary about Sierra. We don't really know the truth because it's like Lexi saying she's not saying it, Jesse saying she is saying it. But the way at the table right at the end when she was like, like I don't trust you. Yeah. I was like, you've definitely said some things and you're trying to hide it.
And I also think we're watching the show, so things could be cut out. But we're never really seeing at the end of the night Lexi going to try to hang out with the girls.
No.
Or, whatever. We're just
seeing.
That's
Jesse's fault.
No, and I you're right. I think she's just going right into bed with Jesse. And that's what she was focused on. She, liked this boy and that's what she was focused on or whatever. But if you wanted to like make relationships with the girls, you probably could have spent a little more time, I think, trying to, instead of focusing on what Jesse was doing every night, which then would maybe, I don't know. It's very confusing because when we don't see everything, it's like, well, was she trying? And it's not something we're seeing. I don't really know. But sometimes I think people like to blow things up as if it's another Scandival.
Right.
Like the way that people react and treat like Jesse and Lexi and the whole thing. And I'm like, all right, Jesse's a fuckboy. He fucked up. He didn't treat her right. He did some shitty things. This little press story's on. He's not saying the right shit. And Lexi's on a whole media tour as well. But the way that people are treating, it feels like, okay, this feels way blown up than like it actually is.
Yeah.
It's like, let's chalk it up as like he's a fuckboy and he treated her shitty and they should both just move on from this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
we all know it. Like, it's very clear his actions, not good.
Yeah.
So I'll give that a B-. The Valley. I mean, what the hell? What the hell?
What the helly?
What the helly? Well, first of all, we put The Valley on and I fell asleep. And then the next day, I was like, oh, we got to watch The Valley. And Matt's like, yeah, we got that one episode. I said, what do you mean we got that one episode? We got like 3 episodes to watch. He's like, I watched them when you fell asleep. I'm like, are you shitting me? I fell asleep. Usually when I fall asleep and a show's on, he shuts it off because he's like, oh, we'll watch. I'm like, you were so into this that you kept it on. He's like, I was. He's like, I can't even deny it. He's like, these people are nuts.
Yeah.
These people are nuts.
I'm just picturing you sleeping and Marty like eating popcorn.
Right. He's like kicking his feet in bed. Like, oh my God. Like, what's happening?
So locked into the Valley.
So locked into the Valley. I mean, seriously, what is wrong with these people? What the hell is wrong with these grown adults at this grown age to be acting the way that they do? It's insane.
I know.
It's incredible television,
I know.
of course. But it's just like,
I know.
Wow.
I know.
I mean,
look, they like
wow. I'm actually speechless. Like, I don't even have a correct
Danny sneaking tequila in the pantry and being too drunk. He can't go to dinner, and then they're all talking shit.
Brittany
I know. Then Brittany got Brittany. That was projection and a lash out. And I'm sure she would acknowledge that. And she knows that. She's like, how come I have to fucking air out every single thing about my relationship? And Danny's passed out drunk, and Nia's like, oh, he's just tired.
I mean, yeah, it was just like, but Brittany was like going in.
No, it was too
on
much.
It was just
it
like,
was,
all right,
it was.
well,
Yeah.
you know.
It was a little unfair, I think. Because it's like, as much as we understand she's not being like, he's passed out drunk. They all know he's passed out drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Also, as viewers, we can watch.
Right.
We see it. We see that he's passed out drunk. Like, we're not going to be like, oh, he's so tired he can't get out of bed. Like, that's not a thing.
No.
He's drunk.
He's drunk,
Yeah.
yes.
So
And he fell asleep.
Yeah, but I think they were all drinking, so that could have been a drunk lash out from Brittany.
Yeah.
You know?
Jesse and Michelle, I mean,
Yeah.
Lord, why didn't people ask more questions about the gay guy depositing money into his bank account? It was like, that was kind of like...
Yeah, Andy brought it up again on Watch What Happens Live. He was just like, yeah, it was a birthday gift from a friend.
And it was just like, the way it all went down, it was like, how do these, like, sometimes you ask yourself, like, how do people end up hating each other this much?
I know.
Two people who were in love, you know, and I know it happens all the time.
Yeah.
But like two people who, you know, got married and a whole thing, and they just end up fucking despising each other
you're
to this
throwing
point.
drinks and faces
calling each
and-
other whores and shit, and like, you know, throwing dirt on the name left and right. And they're like, Jesse, can you just clear up that she's
I'm the
not...
mother of your child.
Yeah, and she's like, can you just clear up that Michelle is not a hooker? It's like, what am I hearing right now?
And he's like, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I
I
should
made
have
that
said
up.
that. Sorry. It's like,
what? And then she's like, if anything, you have something to hide. A gay man is depositing money into your account on your birthday. It's like, okay. I forgot who it was who like in the confessional was like, huh?
yeah.
Excuse me? What do we just like, what's going on? Like things are just so...
Yeah, things are getting thrown out left and right. The money thing is clearly, obviously, a deep part of this. As well, and I feel like they keep using it,
I actually laughed. I laughed hard when Zach was like, no, we don't want him.
Yeah.
Michelle, don't try to pin him on us.
Yeah.
We don't want him.
yeah, no, very, very true. But yeah, quite a hellish trip to Santa Barbara.
Yeah,
seems.
not really relaxing or anything. I mean,
No.
you know, the Valley gets probably an A-.
Yeah, it's up there. It's good.
It's up there. You just feel a little shitty, you know,
Yeah,
grading people's lives like this. But they're signing. They're willingly signing up for it.
Yeah.
Did you see that the ratings are low though? Which is shocking to me.
Really?
I find that to be shocking.
I do too.
And then I saw someone say, they were like, oh my God, this is going to be so annoying if the ratings are low. And Jax is like, of course they're low. I'm not on.
because he's not been in the episodes.
Yeah. No. But I find that to be like, how are the ratings low?
Yeah, I'm shocked by that.
Yeah, so was I. That's, I think, everything I watched. I think.
I know you started the Karen Reed documentary.
No, I want to.
Oh, you didn't. Oh, you want to.
Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
I knew there was something else that I want to watch. Thank you. Okay, that'll be tonight.
Yep. I watched the first.
I gotta write that down.
Yeah,
Hold
I
on.
watched the first 2 episodes of it. We're behind on the.
I'm behind on Mormon lives.
Yeah.
I'm behind on that. I'm behind on a lot of shit.
We're behind. We're just behind on the Karen Reed
Yes, the whole thing.
whole situation.
I'm writing this down as a
because
reminder
people have been
to watch.
talking about it. I mean, quite literally for years. But recently, it's taken on a whole new life because of the Max documentary that came out. Oh, I guess I can go back to saying HBO Max now.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
if it's officially done the.
Is it not
change.
official yet?
I don't know, but call it by its correct name.
Yeah. So, there's 5 episodes. It's very much told from, her perspective. So, it's fascinating. It's very interesting. What a crazy story. I know that there's so many layers to it and things that have happened recently. So I don't even really have too much to say about it because I don't know everything. And I know there's people that are so deep into it and know like every single detail. But the documentary is very good. I only watched the first 2 episodes, but I'll give it an A. I found myself like pausing and rewinding because like if I look down at my phone for too long, I was like missing very important things. And I was like, okay, I gotta lock in here. Gotta lock in here.
I find that to be the way I am with most documentaries.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
like when I'm watching a documentary.
Because you really need the facts.
Yeah, when I'm watching a documentary, I like to put my phone down and really lock in. Reality TV, you can, be on your phone, whatever. But for documentaries, you miss everything if you're on your phone for 3 minutes.
Exactly, and then you're watching. You're like, wait, I don't understand what's happening. Summer House, I'll give a B, and The Valley, I'll give an A- as well. I watched the first 2 episodes of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. That season, the second season just came out. I also got kudos to these ladies because they really air it all out as well. They really share it all.
You think they're getting a big check?
I don't
like a large enough check to be airing this all out.
No. Yes and no. No, in the sense that like I don't know if the show paycheck is that much, but what the show brings
for them as people on the show.
Because there is I forget a lot of there's like the new girl who's not a new girl. She and Taylor were besties, but they were in the whole swingers thing, and there's been a lot of drama with them because it was like, oh, her husband actually like got feelings for Taylor, and there was a whole disaster, and now they're like, oh, she wants back in on mom. They're not saying because of the show, but it's like, oh, now she comes crawling back to mom talk and all these things. And like, I don't know if we're ready to have her back in mom talk. And that whole conversation, she's trying to like grease them all up, like hosting parties and wanting to be friends with them again. And in the second episode, there is a conversation between Taylor and Dakota and her family. They're sitting at a table. It is one of the most astonishing things I've watched on reality TV in a while, where Taylor and the first 2 episodes, they're very open, and Macy's helping her about like the girl that Dakota was texting, and when they were quote unquote, not together, but he was texting Taylor like wanting to hang out, but he was also texting this girl wanting to hang out, and they like totally like playing both sides of the whole thing. And they're talking about this, and Taylor's family is basically like, this is your fault because you like you guys weren't together and you slept with him, so that's on you. Like you shouldn't have done that, and like you can't be mad at him for talking to this other girl because you slept with him. And it was just I was wildly uncomfortable because they were really trying to like push for her to forgive Dakota. And like, oh, like be a family, like the whole thing. And like the brother, I'm like, what the hell is going on? Yeah. I was like, what am I watching? And like, it's literally her family. And they're like, Dakota's at the table. And it's like, oh, it was almost felt like, oh, what's a guy to do? You guys weren't together. But it's like, he was actively talking to her too and trying to hang out with her. And like her and this other girl, they were like lining up Taylor was looking at all of her texts and she was seeing like what Dakota was sending her, like when they were together or like hanging out or whatever. But
you're just thinking like her family would
You would think her family would be like, yo, fuck Dakota. Like that's
right.
I know you guys weren't together, but like he is, the father of your child. Like it's like you should not have this relationship. And they could not have shamed her more. It was crazy. Like I couldn't. I felt so bad for her. I was like, I really hope she is getting a lot of support. I know I've seen a lot of stories about it online because everyone was like, whoa, in the slut shaming, like not. It's just it was crazy. But the first 2 episodes, I'll give an A. Honestly, I mean, it's good.
That's high praise.
It is good. Those ladies know how to stir it up. I also started Overcompensating on Prime. That's Benny Drama, Skinner's show, which I'm obsessed with for many reasons. But a little like personal tidbit is that Benny and myself were at Georgetown the same time freshman year. He obviously stayed at Georgetown and graduated. I did not, but he, we had similar friends, and my group of friends, like they know them too, and he and a lot of the show is obviously based off that time.
Really?
So it's really, really cool to watch because I'm like, oh my God, there's so many like sneaky little Georgetown references in it that me and my friends are absolutely dying over. And the music is amazing. And I was watching with Joe and he was like, wait, is this supposed to be when we were freshmen in college? And I was like, yes, because even he was like feeling the like nostalgia.
Wait, that's so cool. I saw that he posted the video that he wrote that he started like every pitch with. Which I thought was amazing.
Yeah. The dancing. Yeah. I think it was To Lucky, right? Or
it was like a Britney Spears song.
Yeah. No, the show's really good, really funny. And yeah, just like watching it from my perspective is like awesome because like there's so many little things. Like the school itself looks very Georgetown-esque. He named it Yates University. The gym on campus is Yates. And of course, like he can't actually name a lot of things, but like the library, like there's so many things that like really look.
I want to watch that too.
So similar, and like the bars and the Pete's, like sitting on the curb outside of Domino's after being like. There's just so many things. I'm like, oh my God, we've loved watching. Like new student orientation, all these things. We've loved it. So I watched the first 4 episodes. It's really funny.
I'm really excited to watch it.
Really funny, really good. I'll give that an A. I think it's really
solid.
good. Yeah. I'm loving it for many reasons, like I said. So really pumped for him. Awesome cast. He's great, but like the supporting cast is also so good. Adam DeMarco's in it. He's really great. And his podcast co-host is Mary Beth Thayer. She's in it as well. They play brother and sister. And yeah, and like it's based on real life experiences that he has had, so it is really, really great and funny. And I want to say that's. Oh no, the studio! I'll grade the studio as an A. The studio's an A, and I'm caught up on 1 through 5. I watched 5, Last of Us, episode 5. So I haven't watched. This is my issue. I'm like, I rarely now I'm watching like live Sunday night. So episode 5, I'll give a B. I'm still very much locked in, and I thought it was really interesting, like the hospital situation with the spores down on that other floor and like the way that it all spreads. It just opens up another element to the whole monster, zombie, whatever the hell you want to call him situation. And I think that's everything. But episode 5, what did I say? B? Yeah. Did I watch anything else? Movies? No. That's it.
Solid.
Yep.
I don't have a ton. I watched The Studio. I'll give that an A. That one I felt like was closer to the first few that I really liked. Like, there was a few there where like they were still good, but I didn't like love them as much. I watched the Conan Mark Twain. It's on Netflix. Basically, like that whole present. What would you call that? Like a.
Well, did he get? He got the
honoring-
award.
He got honored for the Mark Twain Award. So
Yeah.
It's a whole. Like,
Is it the thing at the Kennedy Center?
yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a ton of good speeches. Like so many celebrities were there and very funny. And I love Conan. Actually, Rhea texted like our group a week or two ago being like, who do you guys think the funniest person in the world is? And that was my response. And everyone was like, what?
It just was not a response I was expecting.
Right. I would not have. I would not have guessed that for Noah.
No, that's
either.
what for no. I just wouldn't have
I was
guessed
just
that.
thinking like pound for pound, like, yeah, I don't know.
I loved that you had an answer though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
and it's not like like you could ask me on another day.
I couldn't like think of my answer, so it was.
It's tough.
Yeah.
But if you watch this, you would say, oh, a lot of other people feel that way too.
For me, like right now, the funniest person, and this like Heather McMahon, like genuinely, like everything she does, everything she says, like
cracks me up.
I am obsessed with her.
Yeah.
It's like sickening. Like I watch everything she does. Like I think she is so fucking funny. Like I'm like, oh my God, everything she does and says.
The Last of Us, I'm caught up. I watched the last
episode 6.
night. Last night was cool. I'm not like giving anything away, but it's like they're going back in time now. So
he's
like,
back, right?
He's back.
Yeah,
which
thank God.
I
That makes me excited to watch.
I apparently spoiled this for a lot of people last week. So sorry to everyone.
You've been spoiling shows left and right, allegedly.
But here's the thing, like, you guys talk about it and you're like, spoiler, and then I say, I just like piggyback when it's my turn.
because then we get to you.
But then people, I guess, think it's over.
Yeah.
But yeah, I won't say who, but they go back in time, and now we're back to like, and it's giving context to like everything this season. So this one I like more just because he's back. So,
Yeah.
I'll give this one a B. Like, I don't think I'll ever get back into the A range for the show, which is sad, but I'll keep watching.
Can I ask a spoiler question?
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler.
Last of Us spoiler question alert. Last of Us spoiler question alert. Arnie Palmy alert.
I was gonna say that. Is Pedro
He's dead.
dead?
Dead. Big time dead.
I heard about that. And I thought,
Yeah.
well, I ain't gonna watch now.
No,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
how,
yeah.
yeah. I
You
think
know?
that's how a lot of people felt.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I wasn't watching
Right.
before, and I'm certainly not
So that's
watching
like
now.
why a lot of the discourse around it was because in the game he dies.
Yes.
I think
So it
people
was like
thought-
they knew eventually he was going to die. I think people just didn't think it would happen so early in the second season.
That's what I heard.
But
I think some people also thought they might have just switched it.
yeah, they
But-
also thought like maybe they just would change it, the story and not.
Well, my friends
but
were talking
yeah.
about it Thursday night, and they were like kind of bouncing around. I was like, guys, I'm never gonna watch. Like, you could talk
Yeah,
about it.
yeah,
And then they
yeah.
were all like, I just can't believe Pedro. And I was like, wait, what?
Yeah,
I was like, I was never gonna watch, but
Yeah.
juicy.
Yeah, so like, but because there is,
I was like, oh my god.
because there was like, there's a pretty significant time jump, from like the end of the first season to where they are now.
Mm-hmm.
That there is a lot of in between, and like life in between that he could come back for like flashback episodes and things.
Gotcha, but
Because like
that's
you said, like
not
this
the same.
context, it is not the same. It is not the
it's
same.
not.
Yeah.
But
All
yeah.
right.
Yeah, even when it happened, I was like, oh wait, no, he's not gonna die. Oh, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I love a show that they.
yeah, I mean, that's
You gotta
like,
respect it. You gotta
do.
Game of
respect it.
Thrones,
100%,
like,
100%.
Sopranos, like,
You
that's-
gotta respect
yeah.
it. So
And then I watched Your Friends and Neighbors, the most recent episode. I like it. Yeah, no.
We kind of had the same
No, it's like
exact
every week, like I don't really know what to say about the show because it
Yeah, I
doesn't
agree.
it doesn't blow me away,
Yeah.
but I'm like, oh, it's a good
Right,
show.
right.
But I do see some people being like, this is the best show on TV, and it's like, power to you. I just don't feel the same way, but it's solid. It's actually getting better, I think, now. And I've always had the biggest crush on Amanda Peet, so that's like
She's great.
Yeah,
reason
that is
enough
a
for me to
throwback one
keep
for
going
sure.
back.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I just looked up her age out of curiosity, and I was stunned at how old she is because I would have thought she was way younger.
My guess is 48.
My
Maybe, I
guess is 54.
53. But I would have thought like
Wow.
she was like young 40s.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so I'll keep watching it at the very least.
What did
for
you
her.
grade it?
I'll give it B minus.
Oh, nice.
But it
Aligned.
could be, it could probably be B. Like this last episode was, it's
Yeah.
getting interesting now.
Definitely. I agree.
But yeah, that's all I got. So
All right. That's everything we watched. I actually wrote a couple things down that I'm excited to watch this week.
Ah, yes.
So I'm happy about that. And we don't have an episode on Monday, Memorial Day, but maybe we'll do Weekly Watch Report on Wednesday.
Yeah,
Because
yeah, for
it'll
sure.
be a long
We'll have a lot
weekend,
to catch up on,
A lot
definitely.
to catch up on. So,
Especially if it's like raining and gross.
for sure.
Cock some time.
For sure.
So.
All right. That wraps up the Weekly Watch Report.